free moving leads. Well, almost free moving leads for your moving company. Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluff.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my 15-year-old um, lead generating machine called AMCM system. Now, this system will generate your business a tons of money, okay? And is what I call guerrilla marketing. Now, this system, the AMCM, can be used if you have no money and you're just starting out, or it can be scaled off if you're already established moving company, like you've been in business 5 years or 3 years, or you're in the business for 100 years, like the van lines, and be scaled off to produce you massive amount of business. Okay, so without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what is the AMCM? So the A stands for apartment, the M stands for mail, the C stands for center, and the M stands for marketing. So what we're doing is called apartment mail center marketing. And the way that it works is that as I own my moving company for 14, 15 years, I came here as a refugee right out of college, living in my car with $100. I was able to start my business, and I used some of these free marketings that I'm shared with you, like the ALM system or the AMCM marketing system, to generate and grow my business, where I went from living out of my car to having a multi-million-dollar moving company with multiple locations, which then led me into having a real estate brokerage firm, having agents older than my grandparents working for me, which then led me into Mr. Investor, which is a investment firm, which I bought many rental properties in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Uh, and so the systems that I'm sharing with you are proven, they're street proven. There's no fluff in them, and I'm giving it to you totally for free, for raw. Now, let me put a disclaimer out there that this marketing sometimes will get apartment complexes mad at you. And through the 14 years that I did it, um, maybe I had maybe 10 apartments mad at me, and one of them uh, give me a citation, so I got a ticket for it. So you may be able to get a ticket. So I'm not giving you financial advice or being an attorney. I'm just saying that this is something that worked for me, and I'm just sharing with you. It worked so much that I added the ticket as cost of doing business, because it would cost me so much more and so much less results if I did Google ads, or if I did Facebook ad, or if I did direct mail, or if I did any of this other stuff. It would cost me so much, and the results were so less that the amount of business that I got with the AMCM system was way benefited the one-time ticket that I got. So now that I've given you the disclosure, let's dive in. So what is the AMCM, and how does it work, and how can you use it for your moving company, if you're even if you're new or you're a pro? All right. So let's dive in. The way I had it is, this is me, or my company, and there is a bunch of apartments, okay, um, in every city. Now, you can hit up the nicer apartments because you'll make more money, but even if there's not nicer apartments, whatever apartments out there, you can definitely use this system, because in many cities around America, countries, there's a lot of apartment complexes. And so what I would do is that most apartments will have, in the area that I live, they would have what's called a mail center, okay? And what I would do is I would go to the mail centers and just put my flyers on the walls of the mail center. So imagine that the mail center, when you walked into it, it wrapped around like this, right? And I would just put my flyers on all the walls on top of the mail center. Now, do not put it inside of the mail center or inside of the crack. Do not do that. That's against federal law. I did not do that. Okay. But what I did is, on top of the mail centers, I would just stick it on there. A lot of mail centers will have a little, daily or news or local networking. I would post it on there, and I would also put it next to the trash bin. So there's usually a trash bin. People get the mailboxes; they all come to the trash bin. Right on there, there'll be a trash. There'll be a wall, and I'll put my company ad there. And so what I did is, I did not go to every apartment and put out a flyer on their door. No, I didn't do that, because that would cost too much money with take too much energy. That is a different marketing system that I can talk about later. If you guys are interested, leave a comment on below. But this is called the AMCM because it's the apartment mail center marketing. So all I did is I went to the apartment complexes. They usually have like one mail center, and I went in there and I stick my flyers on the walls of the mail center, especially right by the trash can. Okay, and I did that in all the complexes in many different cities. All right, and guess what? My phone would start ringing like crazy, like crazy, like crazy. I mean, I could get 30, 60 moves just from this marketing idea. Okay, now, what I would do is, when I first started my moving company, um, I implemented this. I would get up like early in the morning, let's say 8 o'clock, and work all the way down like a full shift of, to 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or, 5 hour, I mean, 8 hours, okay, or work 8 hours. I will get up and work. And then to my business started. And when the moves came in, I went and did it at first, but then I quickly, after 3 months of doing hardcore moves, I saved enough money to buy a truck, and I hired people to go do the moves while I just became a marketer versus a mover. Now that depends if what your goals are. If you don't want to scale your business, you just want to be a mover for life. That's cool. And then you can do a little flyers, little marketing, and a little moves. But I didn't want to be a mover. I wanted to build me a moving empire, and therefore. I wanted to have multiple locations. I wanted to get into other businesses. I didn't like doing moves. I didn't enjoy doing moves. I didn't like using my hard back. I was pretty smart kid. I was an entrepreneur and I didn't want to be a mover. But if you want to be a mover for life, that's cool. You make a lot of money. It's a fun job. I'm not dissing it. But if you want to grow your business, you can use this marketing the same exact way. Now, how can you grow your business? Okay, because at first I was the one that did this. Then later on, I hired someone. So then what happened on the next phase is very quickly, that was me. I hired another person, right? And this person would now go to, okay, and this will be, let's say, a city. So if I lived in Dallas, let's say this would be Irving, and then then there will be another city. Let's say this was Plano, whatever the cities are in your area, right? And so I would hire another person to go in this area and hire another person to go into this area, okay, to different cities, like X and Y. And before I knew it, in my area, which is at that time was Dallas and Fort Worth, there's two big cities and then a bunch of other cities all around it. And I would have different teams, different crews go to different areas and hit up the mailboxes. That was their job. These guys' only job was to go to different cities and held the mailboxes. Okay, and that's it. And that was just a one man job. I didn't need like 50 different people to do it. It was just one guy can 8 hours a day can get anywhere from 32 to 60, depends on how fast they are. But if they weren't getting the 32 a day for the 8 hours, they would get fired. But at the very minimum, they could get 32 apartments to 60 a day. I've done 60, but I was the owner. I was hungry. Most people are not hungry. So the range for me, the minimum was you got to get at least 30 a day. And now they're not going inside of the office. They're not, doing it by the door. They're not doing any of that because if you do the door, that is very, very time consuming, very, very expensive. But it works. But you need more than one person, and I can do a different video about that. That's a different marketing campaign. But this campaign is very efficient. I would have myself in the beginning, and then I would hire people. And all I would do is myself, when I was doing it, just go hit up 60 apartments throughout the day and wait for the phone calls to ring. And people will ring me like crazy. I would pick up the phone, and boom. Now, what do you put on these mail centers? Okay, what I did is, I would have a small business card. Maybe I can upload it for you guys. Of my business card that I use, and basically the business card will be two-sided, front and back. Now, here's what I did when I first started out. I got the best business cards that I could. So my business cards were printed, color. They had UV. and I paid a great designer to make me a great design. I had front and back, but you don't have to do that. When I was in high school, I did the same exact marketing for my personal training business that I had when I was like not even 18, and I would just use black and white, and people still would call me, and it was just one sided. I would print out right from my computer. So you can do both. You can print right from your computer just to start off. You're broke, you don't got no money, it'll still get you business. But I knew the importance of presenting it in a fashion that made me look like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, even though I was just a small guy just starting out. Because I knew that America is based on impressions and branding, and so I did that. I'll include my business flyer so you guys can take a look at it. And so what I would do is I would take these small business cards, and it cost me so little, maybe for 1,000 copies, maybe cost me $25 or something, fully colored, uh, front and back. I pay someone to design it, maybe like $100 to design it, and I will have it forever. If you guys are interested on how to get it designed, just leave a comment below, and I'll show you how to do it, um, or where to print, etc. And simple, man, for $25 to make 1,000 flyers, I would, with 1,000 flyers, I probably could get, maybe at each apartment complex, I would probably put in like 10. You can see that I would have 100 apartment complexes that I can cover. Okay, sorry, 100 complexes that I can cover if I put, 10. And so that was a lot of calls. And, like I said, you could easily do 30 to 60 moves a month just from this marketing per location. If, I had multiple locations, so that was per location. Okay, which is amazing. And that once I did it myself, it really there was no cost because it was my time, my gas, and $25 for flyers. Uh, but uh, once I started making a lot of money and I hired people, then yes, I had to pay for those guys that actually went and did the job. And so I would have different people, and I wouldn't pay them per hour. If you're interested in how I pay them, leave a comment and tell me you're interested, and I'll make a video for you, or we can chat, see how we can help you grow your business, start your business, your moving company, or if you're a van line, or if you're a professional franchise, how we can take your business to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. So this is called my AMCM. Basically means my apartment uh, mailing center marketing. Is very, very powerful. The ROI is significant because it costs so little to do the marketing, and the money that you make is so high. Because, as you know, an average person in an apartment, with a one-bedroom apartment, can easily pay 200 minimum plus. And if you can see, you get 30 of these, right? Wow, you're making like 20 grand right there for maybe, I don't know, 1 week of work or a couple of days worth of work, and $25 in postcards. Now you got to track your gas, your workers, etc. But gross overall, just to put $25 and maybe like 14 hours worth of work to make this kind of money. You can't do that in stocks. You can't do that in real estate. There's nowhere you can do that besides moving company. That's why I love the moving company. It's a money making machine, guys. If you guys are interested in starting a moving company, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to show you how I started my business with $100 with no debt. Um, and thanks for watching, guys. Click the like button. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions or comment, I'd love to help you out. This is Mike with MrNoFluff.com. If you want to join me and learn and join my mastermind, definitely join my Abundance Club. I have people in there in the moving business. I have people in the real estate business, and you guys can work together. I'll be able to help you guys grow your business, or once you start growing your business, how to invest your money into real estate if that's something that you're interested in. And I do it all at MrNoFluff.com. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Click the like button. Much love, and I'll see you next time.